Hey, Bulls and Bears, and Merry Christmas. I hope everyone is having and had a happy holiday, depending on when you're watching this. You may not be watching this on Christmas, but either way, I hope your holiday season is going very well. And we're only a few days to the new year. So, what do we have naturally? We have all these predictions out here about what's going to happen in 2023 with the economy, with inflation, with jobs, you name it, economic growth, as it's being called. Well, keep in mind, economic growth is in the United States and mostly around the world is defined by how much loans and how many loans, how much debt you can take out. That's chalked up as economic growth. So in other words, you going further in debt and becoming financially insolvent, or at least on the way to being financially insolvent, that is a positive economic indicator as far as the statisticians go that come up with these crazy reasons or these crazy metrics that define our economy today. So let's take a look forward to 2023. Of course, we still have another week to go, approximately. But also, first of all, I just hope everyone's safe and warm and doing okay today, because there's a lot of winter warnings out there, and even power outages, and at least warnings of power outages in a big part of the country. And if you lose your power during this time, if you don't have a generator or some sort of backup to keep yourself warm, it could be a very dangerous time. And we've seen in other times where people actually didn't make it through the winter because they lost their power. So people without the financial means to pay their power utility bill, we see a lot of that happening right now. Thankfully, a lot of the power companies are still providing power to many millions of people that are behind on their bills right now. They're not cutting off the power. And some people say that instead of sending money all over the world, we should just focus on here at home. We see this $1.7 trillion spending package, which a lot of it goes to different special interests and groups in different countries around the world. And a lot of people are saying, hey, we have people here in the United States that need the help. Again, 20 million people behind on their utilities right now. If it weren't for the trying to think of the word here, if it weren't for the programs to keep these people with power, then you could be seeing a lot of bad, even worse things happening right now than we're already seeing. So that's something we always want to keep in the back of our mind. But let's be thankful that we do have power and warmth, and if you don't, hopefully someone to fall back on, friends, family, to help you out during these times. Also, I want to touch on a topic here that I haven't really touched on. So apparently, my channel here, this channel that you're watching right now, watching me on, talks about divisive topics. I can't talk today. I think I ate too much. I ate this cheesecake. So my in-laws come in town and they make all these really awesome dishes and pies and stuff. And I had some cheesecake and kind of made me tired. I get that sugar tiredness if I eat sweets for some reason. So you might hear me slur today more than normal. But anyways, so my channel, from comments that I read, is divisive. So please let me know what you think is divisive about my channel and my topics, because I'm going to try to avoid those things. A lot of people are politically minded. So if you say something negative about the economy today, they're going to take it as offensive. But if you say the same exact thing 4 years ago under a different leader, quote unquote leader, then it wouldn't be offensive. It would be offensive to the other half. You know what I mean? The left versus right. This whole political thing, which I think is nonsense, because pretty much this is all run by the banks, and anyone that gets put in the office to run things, they really don't run much, because it's all about the banks. It's all about the debt markets. And as soon as the debt markets change and interest rates rise, you're going to see it come forward in the economy. It's going to show itself in the economy, regardless of who's sitting, in an office chair somewhere or on the TV. So people that think it's divisive, I think a lot of it's, based on their own affiliation or party, what they call themselves. I happen to be independent. I don't like putting myself in a box, and I try to be that way in many different ways. Even music, right? So people put themselves in categories in music. Oh, I'm metal. I'm alternative, or I'm rap. When I go to do things, I don't think about, oh, what category is this going to fit in, right? So if I'm writing a song, for example, I don't say to myself, oh, I need to write a alternative song, so I need to talk about this, and it needs to have a guitar so I can be alternative. I don't think about labels and groups and boxes. That's why I consider myself independent in many different ways. Politically, whatever you want to call it. Some people call themselves political atheists. But I'm asking for help here. This would be my Christmas present from you. And I'm going to do something that I'm going to do something today that I rarely do. I'm going to put my email down in comments. You can write me whatever message you want to, hopefully a nice one. But it can be criticism. I take constructive criticism. And let me know what you think is divisive and what I can change to help this channel grow. That would be my Christmas present from you again. And I don't put my email down there. I used to, but the inbox got so full, I couldn't keep up with it, right? Because I don't do this full time. I have a family. I have other hobbies I do. I do music on the side. I spend time doing that. And, other things, fitness, just things that keep me away from checking hundreds of emails a day that I was getting. Right? So, but I will read your emails this time, and I'm not going to put my email out there every time because, it becomes too much of a backlog. But for this reason today, looking for your feedback, your messages, and your maybe your tips on what you would like to see more of on this channel to help this channel grow and help it to appeal to a wider audience, right? Because I do see some other channels that are growing a lot faster than mine. And it's interesting because a lot of them have been wrong about some very key economic facts and predictions that they made. For example, I could show you several channels that talked about how the housing market was going to crash. Turns out here we are a week to go in 2022, and they've been wrong. Home prices today, as I record this, are higher than they were last year on this date. So I wouldn't call that a housing crash. But yet those channels blew up because people wanted to see, I think, that home prices were going to crash. So instead of looking for real facts about the economy and real analysis, people just wanted to hear what they wanted to hear. So they looked at these videos, that said the housing market was going to crash. So I could do that if I just wanted to get views, but I want to grow. Or not just organically. I want to grow. What's the word I'm looking for? I want this channel to grow honestly. Honestly, sorry, it took me a while to think of that. I want this channel to grow honestly. I don't just want to say something's going to happen. I can show you another channel here on YouTube that says pretty much every episode that war is pending. Go ahead and get the duct tape to tape up all your windows and doors because there's going to be a strike here on U.S. soil, or something's going to happen. War is going to break out. You're going to need to fight for your survival. And yes, I think you should be prepared for that. But to talk about that every video for years and years and years, but then again, if that's what people are watching, some people call it, fear mongering, right? Some people call me fear mongering, but I think it's just really preparing for what's going to be thrown at us here with the cost of living, the rising prices, and just everything that we have to do to keep ourselves vibrant and alive, So again, email down in comments here on this channel. I'll be looking forward to reading that. Let's get into some financial news here and some things that I just read here recently that I think is going to be helpful going down the road here. Here's a story that caught my eye. San Francisco businesses, many more than one, demand a tax refund over crime and homelessness. So all the homeless outside of their storefront, driving business away or deterring business from going there, and the crime, all the things happening, in these stores, people stealing stuff, taking stuff, stores having to hire extra security. They're saying, hey, our tax dollars are not being used to protect us, and they're asking for a tax refund. So pretty interesting. That's out of San Francisco. Now, I think that's probably the worst of the worst, but we're seeing similar things happen in other cities like Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington. It's pretty interesting when you look at it here. You pay to have these things provided to you, but many people feel like they're paying and paying and paying, and things are getting more dangerous and worse out there. So pretty interesting article though. And earlier I told you about eating some cheesecake. I try to stay away from junk food because I don't work out as much as I used to. It was a healthy cheesecake though. Healthier than the average cheesecake, I should say. the soaring cost of Christmas dinner, the average cost of a Christmas dinner is up more than 9% from 2021. But yet they're telling us that inflation's less than that. But when you itemize most things, they cost a lot more than just the 7% that we're being told as far as the real inflation number, the real cost of living number. So try to find something that's down from last year. I can't find too many things. Actually, energy is up from last year, even though it came down here in the past few months. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I can't think of anything that's lower than what it was last year. Maybe electronics, because there was such a overstock of goods and items at these stores that they had to go on heavy discounts. But not too much though. But please let me know down in the comments what you see right now that's less than what it was last year. Home prices higher, rents on average higher, cars, automobiles higher, even though they've come down this year since interest rates went up at the beginning of 2022. I'm talking about 1 year ago. We're talking about December of 2021. Here's one here on the topic of winter, cold weather, and the holiday season here. Tesla owners stranded at charging station on Christmas Eve after cold weather paralyzes battery. It's another article here out of The Hedge. And, vehicles can get stranded and stalled for many different reasons. But here's this electric vehicle in the cold weather, and something with the electric vehicle battery caused this person or these people to become stranded. Also, the power goes out. Good luck to electric car owners. You are saving money on gas, though. I have to give you that because these prices this last year especially have been really rocking. Smashing a lot of household budgets. Speaking of Tesla, the stock continues to plunge, and apparently there was so many short sellers of the stock this year that they made a combined, I believe it was $16 billion shorting Tesla stock. Now, when a stock is that heavily shorted, those shorts have to cover eventually. When they cover, they have to buy it back, and then that would make the price go up a lot of times, unless there's still more sellers than people that are covering their shorts or people that are buying. But there may be a dip coming in Tesla stock here pretty soon. I don't give financial advice, investment advice, but it is something to look out for, looking for a bottom in that stock. Now, there's some stocks that fell a lot that I wouldn't want to jump into because who knows where the bottom's going to be, namely Carvana, CarMax, automobile dealers. Are having a real tough time right now. Even these online dealers that surged so much, during the health crisis, during the pandemic, because so many people were shopping online. It was natural. Peloton, there's another stock that took off and really has lost most of its value now. So be careful out there what you invest in, but there's still opportunity where there's transition in the economy, where there's danger in the economy, where there's problems. There's also opportunity. Okay, we're going to wrap this one up here, folks. Just wanted to do this quick holiday video to tell everyone here thank you for everything here and for just being here. That's my gift that you give me every day, that you show up and comment and watch these videos and hit the like button. Thank you very much. And hopefully we'll see some of your emails. Again, email down below. I don't do that very often. I may not do this for another year. I may not put my email out there. So save it. If you'd like to contact me, ask me a question, give me feedback. And most of all, how can you help me help you? What would you like to hear about? And what is divisive to you? I'd like to hear your opinion. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Happy holidays. Happy Merry Christmas. I'll talk to everybody very soon. Big love. Let me try to do the heart. I'm terrible at this. These people are doing this heart thing. It actually looks like a heart. It looks awful, doesn't it? Anyways, big love, people. Peace. Keep stacking. Bye.